The Crypto Bro Show is solely for entertainment purposes. Orlando Alzugaray and his guests are not financial advisors or investments consultants. If you ever plan to invest, make sure you do your homework, talk to a professional, and understand investing is very risky and volatile. Good luck in any of your investments, and only invest what you're willing to lose.
Let's step into the world of cryptocurrency with a guy that loves to talk crypto in the world of blockchain technology.
It's time to talk crypto with my bro, the Big O, so turn it up and listen, dude.
It's the Crypto Bro Show with Orlando Alzugaray.
Yes. Good afternoon, boys and girls. Wow, that's a lot of light. That's a lot of light right there. Yeah, we gotta tone down that light. Tone it down. Hope you all are doing well out there. Damn. Okay, we gotta bring it down. Bring it down. All right, we're feeling a little better today. We're hanging in there. The wife has kind of kept me in one piece. Without the wife, I would be absolutely lost. I got to tell you, like most of you, if you really admit it, right? You know, if you admit it, you know, the wives carry us, right? But we just act like the big tough guys. That's it. But they carry us. So anyway, hope you all are doing well out there, and hopefully I can do the show today. I think I should be able to. I was laughing that, and this will be all crypto, but I'm just going to make a little joke that will include a little sports in there. But I was laughing that somebody was smart enough to take advantage of really stupid people. And so somebody went to the spot where Tom Brady did his retirement on the beach, where he got the phone on the beach and had that emotional goodbye and all that stuff. They grabbed a jar of sand from there and they put it on eBay or wherever it is, and it's up to over $15,000. Now, I said to myself, that's some really stupid people right there. But then again, I ate a Dairy Queen hot dog. So who am I to actually make fun of anybody? You know what I'm saying? So, I'd almost rather make the mistake of eating buying that sand than and going through the hell I've been through and still kind of going through it over the next couple of days. Anyway, so we got a lot of things to talk about today on the Crypto Show. There's a little bit of a dip, too. We didn't have that yesterday. Bitcoin is still holding strong over 23,000. So that's cool. At least it's just over 23,000. It hit 24. And sometimes weekends can be very volatile in the upswing when you're in a bear market. I mean, when you're in and what's it called? A bull run. So maybe we still haven't hit that full bull run, which we haven't really. There's been a pump in the last month, but it's not enough yet to call it a full bull run yet. But we'll see it soon. It's going to happen. It's only a matter of time. All markets have been down for a year, and everybody's, gone down, way down. And if you took advantage and bought the dips, you're already winning big time. That's the thing. I mean, if you bought Bitcoin at 16,500, like I had some guy yesterday on Twitter, oh, well, that's a scam. And I go, yeah, it's a scam. Well, what if you just put some money at 16,500, you moron, and you sold it at 23,000? That sounds like a hell of a profit. But whatever. I mean, that's fine. People will, they will be in denial for a while, and then eventually they'll get on track and they'll figure it all out. So we shall see. And I did have a poll question out this week. It ended on Friday. No, it ended on Wednesday, I'm sorry, because that's when the FOMC meeting was, and they raised it up a quarter point. So I had to do it before that. And to see if it would hit 25 by Friday. And the top vote getter was 22,000 and below, which, of course, usually the negative Nellies are wrong because they don't know anything and they're just, going against the grain. But those of you that picked 23, you were right. 23 was the number one selection. 24 and 25 came in second and in third. But 23, you were on target. So there you go. Crypto will go to zero. It's inevitable. There you go. We've got the stupid people on board now. Anyway, so we got a lot of things to talk about today on the show. As we told you, with Bitcoin, and let me see if we can get this thing loaded up here. I don't think I loaded it up yet. Did I? Did I load it up yet? I don't think I did, but here we go. And there we go. And let me get the board out of the way so I can start to talk and get it going. So you see Bitcoin just over 23,000, okay? And one of the things that I wanted to talk about with Bitcoin, because what people don't understand, right? During the week, somebody kind of inspired me to explain this to people. He goes, well, it was at $64,000 and it's down now. And you got to have reality. It's only been around 14 years. And we went into a bear market. The fact that it went to 67,000, what other asset class can do that? Or 64,000. What other asset class can do that? None. Doesn't matter if it's Amazon or Google or BlackRock, and we'll show you. You know, you could talk about the biggest, and biggest things that you can invest in, and none of them are going to go anywhere close to even 23,000. So the fact that it went to 64 and it lost all that, it's because of the retail, the regular person got scared, right? Those of us that weren't scared, we hung on and then we bought it even lower. So we lowered our overall price. So now we're going to be getting into the profits a lot faster than most everybody else because we hung in there. And that's the difference. And that's the part that you have to understand. So Bitcoin right now is surviving a recession, surviving a pandemic, surviving a war, surviving all kinds of financial crises all over the world because everybody's in debt and their debt is growing and inflation and all that. And now we're starting to bring down inflation here in this country, which is cool. And things are getting a little better. The job reports was really good this past week. Whether it's completely accurate or not, I don't know, but it's still good. So things are moving in the right direction. But if you look at this asset class, there's nothing like it. Nothing has ever been able to do this. And that's why you have the idiots. Oh, it's going to zero. Well, it can't go to zero, dude. It's not going to go to, if it didn't go to zero now, I don't even know if we're going to see, 20,000 again on this next bull run. There'll be volatility because you have to understand, you have to think about this. And this is what I want you to understand when you invest, and you're going to see Bitcoin go up, capitulate, then you're going to see it consolidate, and then it's going to move up again, or it will move down some. And why is that? Think about this. You're not rich and neither am I. Okay. But the rich people, let's say you're rich and you've got, millions in the bank, right? And you want to make a quick investment. So you put $100,000 on Bitcoin at 16,500. If it goes up to 23 or 25, you dump a bunch of it and get a huge profit. Or maybe you put 10 million. So that's going to force the market to fluctuate. You know what I mean? As it goes up. But you got to hang in there and you cannot panic. And you have to understand, if it already went down once this much, because it never went up that much, okay, that it can climb back. And with all of the things that are developing around the world, more people will be turning to Bitcoin. We will be the last. Okay? In England, they'll be the last. Some of the top countries in the world will be the people of those countries will be the last to kind of make that adjustment because their lives are better. But obviously in El Salvador or in Colombia or in Argentina or Brazil or in Africa or many, 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 many places around the world where their currency doesn't exist, it's worthless, they're going to be the ones that are also going to be adopting it a lot faster than you. And so they will be ahead of the curve because, again, you don't know it's bad until it's completely bad. And then that's when you're going to get off on, and you're going to understand, wow, my dollar, and the dollar back in 1913 was the last time it was worth $1. Since 1913, it's gone like this. It's worth 3 pennies. 3 pennies. So how many more dollars do you need to get to a dollar now? A lot. And that's the thing that people don't understand. The dollar loses value 6 to 8%. So for like Shang Tu Sheng that's there, he's a moron or she's a moron because it started at 0 14 years ago and it's at 23,000. What's doing better, the dollar or Bitcoin? Damn. So if you put $1 in a Bitcoin 14 years ago, it would turn into $23,000. Wow. Is that hard for people to understand? I'm just wondering. I mean, that's pretty simple math to me. That's what I find entertaining in all of this. Simple math. Okay. And then here's the other thing that shows me that Bitcoin is going to be an absolute monster. The most powerful people in the world are scared shitless. You hear Jamie Dimon from JP Morgan, and he's dissing crypto. And why? Because his money is, his investment firms and everything are stuck in banks. And the banks know that they're up against it. Ray Dalio, on with Bitcoin, off with Bitcoin. Now he's promoting some Chinese coin or something. And why? Because he probably has some interest in it and it'll be centralized. See, Bitcoin is decentralized, cannot be controlled by any country. And they know it. You know, that's Sam Bankman-Fried wanted to kind of manipulate it and he couldn't manipulate it because you can't manipulate it. Now, it can have its manipulations. Like I told you, big investors then sell and that's going to affect the market, you know, because that's how it goes. You cannot fault anybody for making a good investment and then taking profits, which is something you all should do every single time you get a chance. Take some profits. Charlie Munger, who's like 177 years old. These people are all really smart in their own right. Warren Buffett too. But they're also really powerful and they know. They're smart enough to know, maybe not Munger, but the other three are smart enough to actually know what's happening. And they know that it's going to change their investment firms and everything that you know that goes about it. And that to me gives me another reason why this thing is headed in, you know, the dominant direction, not the right direction, the dominant direction. You got to look at what's going on. You got to understand what's going on. And then you'll understand a little bit more why this thing that some of us talk about is going to end up becoming. Here's gold. Okay? Everybody tells you about gold. Oh, you got to invest in gold. You got to get yourself into gold. Well, gold is at $1,800. Okay? It peaked at 1775 in 2012. So if you want to make $100 in 12 years, knock yourselves out. Knock yourselves out. And by the way, what are you going to do? Carry around the gold? You know what I mean? No, you're not going to carry around the gold. And that's why Bitcoin is so superior to gold. It's limited to 21 million. You have not found all the gold in the world. They're still mining gold to this day. In fact, in Africa, they found a boatload of gold recently that it's like half of what's in the Federal Reserve. So the value will go down as there's more gold out there. That's why it doesn't climb, because they keep finding gold. You can't mine more than the 21 million Bitcoins. It's over after that. There's a number, it's set, it's locked. You can't move it. You can't do anything about it. So then once it's all mined, that's it. If to me personally, for anybody, your goal is to try to get a Bitcoin. That's your goal. That's going to help you and your family for a long time to come. You're going to be able to become your own bank when it's all said and done. So I'm just telling you, you look at that, look at Google, one of the strongest things that you can invest in. I would never tell you not to invest in Google because it's amazing. And Google peaked at let's see, $146 in October of 2021. And it's at 104. Did it get to 23,000 or 16 or 10,000 or 8,000 or 4,000? Bitcoin did. Microsoft. I wouldn't tell you not to invest in Microsoft. Of course you invest in Microsoft. And Microsoft had its peak, right? It peaked at, let's see, $390 on October 2021. And it's down. But did it peak at $8,000 or $1,000 or $5,000 or $23,000? No, I don't think so. Amazon, another great stock to invest in. And it's way down, right? It peaked at $172 back on April 21. And it's at 102. Did it peak at 1,000 at least? 5,000? 10,000? 16,500? Bitcoin's low of many, many years now? No, didn't. BlackRock, I believe they have about 11, I think they manage like 11, I don't know, $1 trillion or some ridiculous number. They manage a whole crap ton of money. It's like whatever. I don't know exactly, but it's a lot. They are maybe the biggest investment firm in the world. And theirs peaked at $913 in October of 2021. Did it get to 2,000, 1,000? Did it get to 5? Did it get to 10? No. But Bitcoin did. See? And Shang too, stupid ass Shang too, if he would have put $1 14 years ago, he has 23,000 now. So if it goes down to 16, oh, poor baby, he ends up only with 16,500. You know what I'm saying? But Shang too is the kind of dumbass that would probably wait till it actually goes to zero. Not very bright people. Don't get yourself on that chat board. You could be part of the material when you say stupid ass stuff. There is a Bitcoin bar now in Mexico City. Next year, next September, I believe it is, I will be going to Mexico City. Not this September, next September, the 2024. I've got tickets already to go see Metallica. And we'll be going to Mexico City. I'm definitely going to go here. I'm going to go check it out. It's called La Condesa, a leafy neighborhood in Mexico City where you'll find Mexico's only dedicated Bitcoin bar, the Bitcoin Embassy Bar. Lorena Ortiz is the director of the Bitcoin Embassy Bar, a self-described punk. She immediately aligned herself with the values of decentralized self-sovereignty and currency, which she first introduced to Bitcoin by a friend back in 2015. She made herself some money and she got back in. So she is the owner. Okay. And so this is the kind of stuff that is going to, and what did I tell you? Other countries are going to get ahead of us because in Mexico City, their economy is not nearly as strong as ours. So people are going to be hurting there and they're going to turn to Bitcoin. Okay. In Latin America culture, we learn must effectively in face-to-face scenarios. So the idea of a physical space dedicated to learning and developing a community made perfect sense to me. So people are going there and they're going there to hang out at the bar and eat and drink and all that. But then at the same time, they're kind of getting an education on Bitcoin. And there's the Bitcoin machine, obviously, and all kinds of Bitcoin paraphernalia. But it kind of tells you that, this is the start of it when things are going like this. Now, let me show you something really important. There's an article that just came out. Bitcoin long-term holders hold 78% of the supply. I am one of those 78% because I've had my Bitcoin already for over 2 years. Okay. And those of us that hold it, because that's really what you're supposed to do. I got to be honest with all of you out there. I would never use my Bitcoin at a bar, like that bar. Okay, I'm sure she's accepting Litecoin and whatever other type of crypto she's probably, and that's probably what I would use, some kind of Tether or something like that. But I would not use my Bitcoin. My Bitcoin is not really for it's a store value. It's digital gold. You need to save it. And if you acquire enough Bitcoin and it grows, you're going to be able to then loan money and earn interest off of it. You're going to become your own bank. And if you have, let's say you put 5,000 in Bitcoin and 5 years from now it turns into $100,000, which I think it's very possible, or let's say $50,000. Well, now you have $50,000 of Bitcoin. And if you needed to make home improvements and you need $10,000, you're going to be able to get a loan off your Bitcoin for 2%. And you know what? You don't have to ask a bank. You don't have to get approved. You don't have to get anything. You're your own bank. You're your own approval. It's pretty interesting. The crypto, you can make it work for yourself. Let me ask you something. You have your money in the savings account in the bank. You have your checking account. So what's your interest? 0.025% or something? What are you getting, 0.25%? Meanwhile, they're using your money to loan out to other people at high percentage rates, and they're not giving you anything. That's why banks don't want this, because we are going to become independent of banks and bank fees and all that crap that they rip you off of every single month, and they get rich. And then they mismanage, and then the governments bail them out, which guess who's then bailing them out? You. Because we're the ones that pay all that stuff. It's really common sense. It's just, I get it. Listen, when you go from, walking and on horse and what's it called? Carriage and all this, and then you come up with a plane. I know you're never going to fly. That's not going to happen. Telephone, you go from telegraph to telephone to cell phone. I mean, you know what happened with cell phones, right? A German guy created the cell phone, and he offered it to Bell South. They thought it was a crap thing. They said, nah. Motorola bought it. Rest is history. They got ahead of the game on everybody else. So I understand when you first start to use a credit card, or checks or these are things that it's all an adjustment for all of us, right? And then this is going to be part of that adjustment. And when you see that 78% of the people are long-term holders, it's because they understand. Now the short-term holders are going to come in. The institutional money will start piling in. It's starting now. And then the average person that is nervous about it, doesn't know anything about it, they'll throw a couple of bucks in just for the hell of it because they hear everybody else. That's how it got to 64. The people that know nothing helped to get there, but then because they don't know nothing, they panicked and they got out. And they took losses. And that's the bad part, that if you believe in the asset class, you stay with it, and eventually it's going to all come back. Just like stocks, just like BlackRock and Amazon and Google and Microsoft, and Tesla and Apple. I would tell you, keep at it. Hold it. Oh, Apple dropped. Don't sell. You buy more Apple at the bottom. That's what you're supposed to do. Tesla got down to 106. We were talking about it on the show. Like, it's the time to get Tesla, and it jumps up to nearly $200 again, because that's what's it's going to happen. So you've got long-term holders now, and the short-term holders are two main holder groups. The entire Bitcoin market can be divided into the both, as they explain it here in the article. But the fact that 87% are holding, it's because they understand where it's going, and they want to maintain it. And all you do by selling it is you're giving the rich an opportunity to get in lower. And then when you decide to get in, it's going to be at 50 and 60 and 70 and 80,000. It's kind of a screwed up situation. Now, we saw where Canada shut down the banks about a year ago, remember? And the trucker thing and all that. We saw China shut down their banks and people couldn't get their money, and Russia shut down their banks and they couldn't get their money. And recently, a couple of weeks ago, Bank of America clients lost money through some Zelle thing, and it was disappearing from their accounts. Reserve banks all over the world are printing more and more money, devaluing the currency. The deficits are just going up in the trillions all over the world, and billions depending on the country. They're it's the inevitable that there's going to be something catastrophic. Now, in our country, they'll continue to raise the debt ceiling no matter how much they complain because they have no other answer. They're already so deep into it, they're going to continue to raise it no matter what. How else are they going to get out of it? What are they going to do? Shut the country down? They can't do that. So they'll raise and they'll lower inflation now, and eventually they'll print more money, and it's just a cycle that this is why your dollar is 3 cents now since 1913. 3 cents. So Lebanese locals now turn to Bitcoin and Tether to earn and save and spend as hyperinflation takes over. And these are the things that you and I cannot control. We cannot control these central banks. We cannot control governments. We cannot control the Democrats or the Republicans. We can't control them passing a $1.7 trillion bill that I'm sure has a ton of misspending on it. And that's our problem with both sides. Anybody that follows me, I don't care about Democrats and I don't care about Republicans. I care about Americans. That's why I tell you this, because I'm looking out for you. You Democrat, you Republican, you independent, whatever you are. If you want to label yourself and you want to take a side, go ahead, please. Knock yourselves out. But this is why I tell you this. It's crazy, but this is where we're headed. And like I told you, the lesser countries that are in, worse shape, they're the ones that are going, and they're going to end up benefiting. What people don't understand, what El Salvador is doing is going to strengthen the hell out of their country, man. I give that guy credit. He's cleaned up the place. He's jailed a whole bunch of people because that place was a disaster. He's making it a place now where tourists can go and hang out. He's creating a Bitcoin city. He's trying to create, an atmosphere where people can actually work and survive and thrive again. I give him credit, because that country was in really bad shape. And at least he's got the idea of doing something to change the direction that it was going in. And he is going to end up putting his country in a really strong position when it's all said and done. I'm going to give you some coins now that I really like, that while we've had a little bit of a run here, I still think there's some pretty good value. Let me see what we got here on the chat board. First time tuning in to the Crypto Bro Show. I'm interested in learning about crypto. Thank you, Coach AJ. Hope you do, my friend. Make sure you do your homework. Big O, you are the real MVP. Thank you. Very nice. The Sand, are you talking about Sandbox? Sandbox has exploded. Can't get in Sandbox now because it's exploded so much. You got to wait. Although there's been a little dip today. Jamie Zorria says, Big O from San Jose, I hope you're doing better and recovering well. I recommend that you drink some Pedialyte or similar drink. That's a good idea, Pedialyte. That's a good idea. My wife was going to get me some Gatorade today. Big O, can you tell me how and what a cold storage wallet is? Okay. Here you go. Here you go. I'm going to go to the Nano Ledger shop. Are you guys seeing that now? Yes, you are. Okay. So, Nano, I have a Trezor Model T. Nano is another one. If you're going to buy a cold storage wallet, okay, a cold storage wallet, what it does is you buy it off the exchange. Never keep your coins or your money on the exchanges. I don't care if it's Binance or Crypto.com or OKCoin or KuCoin or these that haven't had any issues, but still. So what you do is you buy it off the exchange, then you dump it into your cold storage wallet. Your cold storage wallet, it'll give you 12 words. That's the only way you can get in there and access your cold storage wallet. That is offline. So can it be hacked? No, it's offline. So you connect it to your PC, you load it in, boom, you got it. And then whenever you need it, you pull it out, connect it to your PC, sell whatever you need to sell, buy whatever you need to buy, and you keep it all on cold storage. Okay. So Ledger is a place. Now, this is very, very, very important. If you're going to buy any of these cold storage wallets, please make sure that you buy them directly from the company that creates them. Trezor, Nano, you name it. Do not buy it from Amazon or Best Buy or whatever, because you just never know if somebody gets into the packaging. And although it's really hard to replace the packaging the right way after you've opened it, but just in case. So order directly from these companies. Okay? That's what I would tell you. Now, let me see what else you got here. If you buy BC, that's your retirement investment. Yes, if you buy Bitcoin, I agree. Big O, just saw you went live. Good afternoon. Hope you're doing better. We're hanging in there, brother. I should have sold my Shiba Inu when I had $1,000 profit. Yes, and then you wait for it to come back up again. I did that. I sold half my Shiba Inu and I got profit. And then I kept the other half. And I'm waiting for, I'm already in profit. But I'm waiting for it to go much higher for me to sell it. All right, let me give you quickly some coins. Cardano is still at a good value at 38 cents, folks. Okay. They already have added the Alonzo mainnet, the BroSho scalability, so they can move faster, more transactions. They're adding their layer 2 now. They added their layer 2. Now they're adding their stable coin. So these are things that for me, I think are really, really important overall. By the way, give me a second here. Let me take a quick break right now.
Red, an infrared light, has the capacity to penetrate deep into the cell's mitochondria, potentially leading to increased energy, faster recovery, and the optimal performance your body demands. Red Recover can maximize your efforts by potentially improving cellular metabolism, blood circulation, and muscle recovery. Evolve your training and step into the new era of muscle recovery. Red Recover.
With more than 62 years of litigation experience handling insurance disputes, Welton Rayom is committed to resolving even the toughest insurance claims quickly. At Welton Rayom, they don't get paid unless you win. They handle complex personal injury claims caused by the fault of another in both state and federal courts. They handle auto, trucking, motorcycle, slip and fall, and bicycle accidents. Call 954-966-4646. That's 954-966-4646. Welton Rayom can help.
Welcome to Red Light Therapy, a revolutionary technology perfected by NASA to aid in muscle strengthening and recovery. Red, an infrared light, has the capacity to penetrate deep into the cell's mitochondria, potentially leading to increased energy, faster recovery, and the optimal performance your body demands. Train, fight, recover.
All right, we are back. Thank you for hanging in there with me. I had to take a little bit of a pause for the cause, as what's it called? What's his name now? I'm forgetting his name. Used to say. Anyway, so Cardano is one where they've made all. See, the key about Cardano and what I want you to know, because look at Cardano. Let me go all time here. It's at 38 cents. Cardano peaked at 280, I think it was. I wrote it here. They peaked at 296 on September 3rd of 2021. 296. It's still at 38 cents. And it's gone up a little bit. Like I'll show you in the last month. See, it's gone up a little bit. It was down at 27 cents and it's at 38. But it's got a long way to go and it's going to pass, I think, its high. And just an example for those of you I was talking about a cold storage wallet. I use the Trezor Model T. It syncs with Exodus. Exodus is a warm wallet, not a hot. It's not completely online and it's not cold, but they also give you 12 words. So you're locked in and you can actually go to another site somewhere and put your 12 words and your crypto moves with you. So it's not a thing. But the good thing about Exodus and Trezor, they work together. You can keep it in your cold storage, yet still stake. And Cardano, you can get at 4.91% staking. That's a lot. I love Cardano. The thing about Cardano, why it's ready for this bull run, they've had all their updates. The last time I went to 296, it didn't have the Alonzo mainnet yet. They hadn't installed the BroShow. They haven't installed the Vassal hard fork. Any of these. And now with Cody and the DJED stablecoin, and now they've got smart contracts. More money is building up. NFTs, Metaverse. All of this is growing on Cardano. So for this bull run, I think Cardano is going to be a monster. I really do. That's a big one for me that I love, and I still think it's value. Polkadot. Now, Polkadot is interesting because you have layer ones and layer twos and things like that, and they kind of consider themselves a layer zero because they're all about interoperability. What it is that they build the bridges to help chains connect with each other, transact with each other, buy things, all of that kind of stuff. So if you're let's say your business is over on Ethereum, but you want to buy something from a company that's on the Cardano, well, it's going to be connected so you can make the transaction. And Polkadot is part of that kind of stuff and building those bridges and helping and connecting. And so to me, again, let's go back. I'm going to go all time. Look where it peaked. And I don't even know why I got to search for it. I wrote it down here. I did my homework. $53, November 3rd, 2021. Okay. 2021, $53. It's $6.59 right now. Just went down a penny, just went back up a penny. Okay. And I think it's still a hell of a value because I think it will pass even its high, its previous high. I'm not telling you every coin will, but I think these will. That's my opinion. You do your own homework. You look at it. Chainlink, very important. An oracle is things that people use in order to send information from bank to bank, from business to business, medical office to medical office, you name it. Okay. It's an information thing. Well, the world is now going to be moving over to the blockchain and Web3 and everything that's going on. So the car company you do work with or the dry cleaner or whatever, they're eventually going to be on the blockchain because it's the secure internet. Okay. So when they do, they're going to have to transfer their information. Guess what they need to do? They got to use an oracle for that. Guess who's number one in this business, in this genre here? Chainlink. And right now it's $6.96. Where was Chainlink? Here we go. I wrote it down. Let me just $7. It was $49 on May of 2021. It was $7.21 yesterday. It was $6.96 now because of the dip. That's what I wrote right now. I wrote $7.25 yesterday for the show when I was going to do it, but I got sick again. And so look at it now. And while we've had pumps for certain things, this hasn't pumped strong yet. And eventually it will, because Chainlink's going to be used by so many people. Hedera Hashgraph. Now they are they're a little different. They're not proof of stake or proof of work. They're POS. And I'm not going to get into the whole technicalities. Plus, I'm not smart enough to really break it down, and you're probably not smart enough to understand it. But the point is, This blockchain is considered a faster, cleaner, and more secured blockchain. All right. Now there's going to be lots of blockchains: Ethereum, Cardano, Polkadot, you name it, Cosmos, Hedera, VeChain. I can go on and talk about all the different blockchains that are out there, right? Cadena, you name it. So there's going to be a whole bunch of blockchains. But Hedera uses a hash graph, which is different than the traditional blockchains, and it's considered faster. Now, I got in as low as 4 cents. It's already at, as you can see, almost 7 cents right now is where it's at. And it was at 720. It was at, let me see. Actually, no, it was just a little over 7 cents yesterday. So it's gone down a little bit. Now, Hedera, its all-time high. Let's see, did I write? I don't think I wrote that one. It is 45 cents. Right? Yep, 45 cents in September of 2021. It's at 7. I mean, if it gets back to 45 cents, how many times are you going to double up your money? Almost 7 times, right? So to me, Hedera is one of those also that is still a bargain at this point. And again, as I've told you, one of the things you want to do is look at market cap, and you look at the market cap here, and it's just over close to 2 billion. Now, just to kind of show you a second, Bitcoin's market cap is 442 billion, and Ethereum is 199, almost 200 billion. You get what I'm saying? So this has a lot of room to grow. Okay. Just talked about Cosmos. They're at 4 billion. Chainlink that we just talked about, 3.5 billion. So there's a lot of room to grow that these companies could easily get to $100 billion. I'm not joking. I am not kidding whatsoever. So those are some of the coins that I think are still, of value. HODL SHIB, it's going to the moon after Shibarium launch. Yeah, Shibarium is their layer 2 that they're building on it. And SHIB is on the Ethereum blockchain. And they are building a layer 2. They have NFTs, Metaverse. There's Bone, the other coin that they have, which is like $2,000, I think, or something like that. Let me see if I can find it here. Bone. Right, is this the one? No, that's not the one. Which one is it? No, not either. But there's one of theirs that it's super expensive. Like, I was shocked. Now I'm thinking about it. They may only, they may not be carrying it here. What they may be doing is only selling it on their site. That's probably what it is, because these are different ones. These aren't the ones. But anyway, SHIB, look, it's a meme coin. Where it's at now, I think it's 15. And what I mean by that is, let me make sure. Let me get to it right here. SHIB right now is at 0.000014. Okay. I got it at 0.00006. So right now my money is 2 times already. But I already sold it once when it was like 91. I got it at 6 and went to 91. You do the math. And so then I sold half of it, which put me in profits. I got out my investment, and then I kept the other half, and I watched it go down. And I left it go down. And I'm not worried about it because it's a bear market. So I understand. I'm not going to sell and lose money, even though I could have sold it at 50 and at 40 and still made money, and I could sell it right now and make money. But I'm not going to do that. You got to have strong hands, and you've got to be patient. So I'm going to wait for SHIB. Now, this idea that SHIB is going to get to 10 cents or $1, that's stupid. Okay, let me just fill you in, because the market cap for SHIB right now is nearly $8 billion. Come on, man. $8 billion, and it's several digits behind a penny. I think if SHIB can get to half a penny, it would be a miracle. So anybody that tells you SHIB is going to 10 cents and 30 cents and $1, they're lying to you. Okay? You hope that SHIB can move over one more what's it called, digit, maybe 2. That's about it. All right. Yeah, no, you definitely don't sell now. We're just starting the bull market now. We're just getting out of a bear market for 14 months. You know? So yeah, you definitely don't want to be selling. You know what I'm saying? You definitely want to be holding now and being responsible. And remember what I told you. Please do your homework. Please read up on it. Find out who their partners are. Find out what the market cap is. Because, you know, if you invest in something that's worth $1 and it's got a $5 billion market cap, you're going to have to get to 10 billion to get to $2. Okay? So you got to understand all these kind of things. And please also understand how many coins are available, because that also limits the value. All right, folks, that is another edition of the Crypto Bro Show. We appreciate all of you for joining us here. Remember to do your homework. Remember to invest only what you're willing to lose. Okay? And do not invest any money that you need to actually live. That is not smart. We'll see you tomorrow morning when we kick open the Big O radio show at 10 a.m. Be good out there.
The CryptoBroShow is solely for entertainment purposes. Orlando Alzugaray and his guests are not financial advisors or investments consultants. If you ever plan to invest, make sure you do your homework, talk to a professional, and understand investing is very risky and volatile. Good luck in any of your investments, and only invest what you're willing to lose.
Let's step into the world of crypto. Thank you for tuning into the Crypto Show, hosted by Orlando Alzugaray and mastered by executive producer Sean Stanley. To catch up with other episodes, search and subscribe to the Big O Radio Show on most platforms, and follow Big O on Twitter at Big O Show.